morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another Second Cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag hits the airwaves, or a piece of late breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, shows that are streaming online, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup, and I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the June 15th, 2026 episode of Second Cup. June just keeps rolling along. This Sunday is the first day of summer officially, and it's also Father's Day. So we'll keep you up to speed on some Father's Day sales that are taking place across the wet shaving land, that's for sure. How's the weather where you're at? Because it is cooling down right now. We've had some downright hot days. Upper 80s, like 86, 88, that sort of thing. And now it's a very cool 76 degrees with low humidity, some overcast skies. We got some rain that's going to be probably rolling in here a little bit. Very, very nice. So that's why I've got the ceiling fans on. I got the windows open, so you might hear some background yard noise, or if a neighbor decides to cut the grass before the rains come, that sort of thing. And tomorrow it's going to be 66 degrees. That's going to be the high tomorrow. It's going to get down to like the lower 50s overnight. At the time I'm recording this, like 51, 52 degrees, something like that. So we're definitely going to go through a cool down. And during those hot periods, I thought, well, you know what? I should get my air conditioner fired up and have someone come out and service it and check things out and make sure it's ready for the season and that sort of thing. And had I done that, I don't think it would have been worth anything, because there was a small leak that had developed in it a while back, and I recall having a repairman come out to try to find the leak, and all of a sudden, a cold spell, and I didn't run the air conditioner, and I had the windows open. And he said, well, you know, I have to come out and do it again. And I thought, wow, I'm not going to go through that. So my routine has been not to use my AC. Now, I do have to get it serviced, and I'm going to plan on getting it serviced, but I don't think I'm going to be running it, because past summers I have had the air conditioning off, and I have just let my body adapt naturally to the changing temperatures. And I try not to use a lot of AC. Now, there are some exceptions on these really, really extreme hot days, like we're talking 95 with about 80% humidity, something like that. But for the most part, if it's 85 degrees and a nice sunny day and there's a cool breeze blowing, I really enjoy having the ceiling fan on and the doors and the windows open, and just kind of balancing out with Mother Nature, so to speak. I just find that letting your body adapt naturally to the changing seasons and the changing temperatures. Again, there are exceptions on those really, really hot, extremely hot and muggy days. Yes, and I understand the need for air conditioning to give you a little bit of relief. But on days where it's 75 up to 85, there's a nice breeze, you have some ceiling fans going, it's moving the air around the room, that sort of thing. I find that my body is adapting more naturally to that. And, as the summer progresses, I am not that strained when the temperature increases a little bit. When I was a kid growing up, we didn't have air conditioning in the house at all until years later when my folks finally got a large window unit. But even then, that large window unit was in the living room, and it didn't do anything for the upstairs where you were sleeping. You open up a window. And I have found that at night, I have a ceiling fan in my bedroom, and I open up the windows, and I let the breeze roll in, and before you know it, I'm asleep. I'm sound asleep. And I find it to be very agreeable as my body adapts. Now, there are some nights, I have to admit, where, boy, oh boy, am I ever going to fall asleep here? And it can be a little bit rough. And at times like that, you wish that you had air conditioning on. But then again, once you get over that hump, this is my thinking here. Once I get over that hump, then I find that my body adapts, and I'm able to handle a little more easily. Now, before I go any further, this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending anyone out there do this. This is just what I do to try to acclimate myself to the changing seasons here in Northeast Ohio. And I think it's a strategy that, for the most part, works for me. And I find that those rough nights that I might have where it is very warm outside, even though I have the ceiling fan on, that sort of thing, yeah, that can get a little bit rough. But once I get past that initial discomfort, my body adapts. It's the same kind of reasoning when I talk to people who live year-round in Southern California or other warm climates. Let's say they live in San Diego and they're there year-round, and pretty soon 70 degrees feels kind of chilly for them. 70, 75 is kind of on the cool side because your blood thins out, so to speak. Have you ever heard this before? When you live in these warmer climates, the thinking is, or the expression is, your blood thins out. And when you're in a colder climate, your blood thickens up. And this has something to do with body heat retention, I guess. Is my guess. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there's something to it. So maybe by not constantly running the AC during the summer months, my whole body chemistry balances out to accommodate the changing temperatures and the warmer temperatures and that sort of thing. And the other thing I've also heard is you should drink hot to get cool. And I'm enjoying a hot cup of coffee this morning. Hang on, let me get another sip here. That's really, really good. We've got Just Black from the Black Rifle Coffee Company. That's what we're enjoying. And we've got our Geneva on the Lake coffee mug right here. This is terrific. A great 12 ounces of coffee this morning. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope the weather is really agreeable and you've become acclimated to the summer months. And if you live in the southern hemisphere, I hope you're becoming acclimated to the changing seasons down under and other various parts in the southern hemisphere of our globe. Well, great to be with you this morning. That's just a little weather chit chat this morning. And again, I have the windows open, the doors and the windows are open, my ceiling fan is on, so you might hear a little bit of background noise. I apologize for that, but it just feels great. It's a really nice, agreeable weather day. So I hope the weather where you're at is very, very agreeable. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Hey, let's pay a few bills and we'll get the show kicked off in just a moment. Well, here's some summer fun from Phoenix Shaving. Their latest email flyer reads, "Don't miss this Creature double feature release. Now available, Tokyo Rose and Rabid Banana." Here's what they have to say about Tokyo Rose. The rumors were true. The original label is back. Here are the scent notes: rose, cherry, ambergris, sandalwood, oud, amyris, and cardamom. A throwback that's a step forward. Come sit down next to the campfire as old Doug here shares with you a tale of righteousness and woe. How's that for drama? Okay, maybe that was a little too much, but what I will say is Tokyo Rose is a Phoenix shaving classic and originally the official scent for the Big Shave West 3. So popular it was that day that it sold out within the first 2 hours of the event. As you might imagine, that didn't go over too well at the time. The scent was inspired by Pasadena itself, original home to the first 3 Big Shave events. Roses in homage to the Rose Bowl, and cherry in tribute to the Pasadena Cherry Blossom Festival, which happened during the same time as our event each year. So through these 2 celebrations, the scent created itself with a little help from me. It's always magical when an accord comes together so effortlessly. As you may have noticed above, Tokyo Rose is much more than those 2 harmonious notes, however. Ambergris, sandalwood, oud, amyris, and cardamom. And though supporting notes, they play a huge collective part in the success of the fragrance. Both spicy and masculine with a subtle undertone of sensual playfulness in an almost cherry coke type heart note. Sounds amazing, right? And check this out. Due to much demand, the original label is back, sort of. It's true, Shave Cadets. After observing much chatter online about the original label, we decided to bring it back. Kinda. I made a tweak or 2, but other than that, it's the same, yet even more epic. And then it goes on to talk about Tokyo Rose and that history and that sort of thing. So I'll let you read that online when you get up to the product page because, again, there's some wonderful history behind all these Phoenix shaving shave soap scents. So it's back with the original label and a little bit of a tweak. Check it out from Phoenix Shaving, Tokyo Rose. Give it a look. And then there's this guy, a monster of a scent, Rabid Banana, a nostalgic summer flashback for your face. From the galactic archives of planet Phoenix. In a solar system not far from your shave cave, Cube unearthed a long misplaced relic of Earth's lost golden era, Rabid Banana. Our cult classic summer seasonal scent that beams straight into your nostrils with unapologetic banana brilliance. Boom, Nana! Imagine this. It's 1986. Your BMX is parked on the lawn. Explorers is on VHS. And you just peeled a scratch and sniff sticker that smells like pure happiness. That's Rabid Banana. It doesn't whisper banana, it shouts it across dimensions. Sweet, starchy, fruity, fresh, unmistakably 80s banana, like your childhood memories took a joyride through hyperspace and crash landed into your shave den. Note, rewatch Explorers tonight. Doug, are you serious? This is asking the question. Doug, are you serious? Dead serious. This is straight up Laffy Taffy Banana, zero apologies, zero hesitation. It grabs you by the schnoz and hurls you back to Reagan-era bliss, where every sticker, eraser, lip balm, and summer breeze smelled like ripe bananas. Then they ask the question here, but why rabid? Because the banana doesn't sit quietly in the fruit bowl. This scent lunges. It's an aggressive reminder that summer isn't about restraint. It's about full throttle joy, laughter, dripping popsicles, and smelling like the best part of the candy aisle at Warp 9. That is fantastic. As always, thank you all so much for your continued support. Shave on and stay groovy. Sincerely, Doug, Fran, Hux, Cube, and Team Phoenix. Wow, check that out. Rabid Banana from Phoenix Shaving, a summer seasonal scent favorite, is back, and it can be back in your shave den. Give it a look. Rabid Banana from Phoenix Shaving. Now, as we mentioned earlier in the show, this Sunday is Father's Day, and also the start of summer, but more importantly, I guess, or the highlight, the spotlight here, is that this Sunday is Father's Day, and that's always a big day for the wet shaving world. And the viewer David Trinks sent along this email, and the subject heading reads, Father's Day Sale, up to 30% off. Now, we'll get to that little bit of detail in just a minute. David writes, Mark, just a reminder of some of the Father's Day sales going on. Razor Emporium has several sale items and offers 15% off using the code JUNESAVE. That's all in capital letters. JUNESAVE. JUNESAVE. Razor Emporium is normally where I get revamped vintage Gillettes, which with the discount oftentimes is much less than sending one in for the service and replating. I own the complete line of Aylesworth razors as well, all of which give me great shaves with a myriad of blades. I did make the mistake of not knowing that the titanium version has a much wider blade gap, 0.99 millimeters, versus the standard 0.7 millimeters. Ouch! And that's from David Trinks. So yeah, a couple of sales going on here. Razor Emporium, 15% off using the code JUNESAVE. And also, Aylesworth has a Father's Day sale going on, 15 to 30% off through June 21st. Our Father's Day sale is here with huge savings on a perfect gift for that special dad in your life. Get 20% off Apex Stainless Steel Pro, Apex Copper, or Apex Titanium razors, or 30% when you buy any two. How about that? Plus 15% off Apex aluminum razors, Altair brushes, soaps, splashes, blades, accessories, and more. How about that? Offer good through Sunday, June 21st. Some restrictions apply, does not combine with other discounts. How about that? And a big thank you to David Trinks for sending this information along, and we really do appreciate that, David. He also adds here, hey, Mark, people looking to get vintage razors will actually do better if they wait until Razor Emporium has a 15 to 20% off sale and then get a factory nickel revamp. A nice 1940 Super Speed at 15 to 20% off is a steal at $60 to $63.75. Add an item or two to get over the $75 free shipping threshold. This sure beats purchasing a unit in rough shape and sending it in to be tuned up, $39 to $49, or revamped, $99 to $119. By buying it revamped up front, you save almost 50%, and we both know you'll be getting a great quality razor. Boy, oh boy, that is great advice from David Trinks. David, thanks again for the great advice, and a big thank you again on the heads up on those Father's Day sales. Now, speaking of Father's Day and Father's Day gifts and great Father's Day razors, this offer comes from the folks at One Blade, and they write, our greatest offer ever? That's right, the Genesis is the rare type of Father's Day gift that is used every morning for the rest of his life. And as you know, the Genesis is their top-of-the-line, single-edge, pivoting razor. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. Anyone that has a Genesis that I've heard from absolutely loves it. I believe the Genesis is one of Mantic 59's favorite razors. Anyhow, let's continue here. The Genesis is the rare type of Father's Day gift that is used every morning for the rest of his life. Hand-assembled, individually numbered, forged from 316L German stainless steel with a patented pivoting head that provides the ease of a cartridge razor. It's the razor for the man who already has everything else. He spent the last 30 years giving everyone else the best of him. The early mornings, the late nights, it's time to return the gift with a present he'll use every morning. Now here's the deal. Order any Genesis before June 21st, and we'll upgrade your purchase to our complete shaving bundle, including 10 feather FHS blades, forged in Japan, stainless carbon steel, platinum coated, twice the thickness of an ordinary blade for the closest, cleanest shave you'll ever experience. One Blade aftershave healing balm, made in small batches in the USA, calms post-shave redness, deeply hydrates, doubles as his daily moisturizer, patented Siri-Calm Botanical Complex. Black Tie Shave Brush, a 20 millimeter knot that builds a denser, richer lather than any can or tube could ever deliver. Metal Blade Recycling Bank, sleek matte black, holds 50 used blades, safe and sustainable. And you also get free U.S. shipping. How about that? That's their Father's Day bundle that they throw in when you buy a Genesis razor for Dad from the folks at One Blade. Give it a look. Well, this announcement came down on June 10th. Visit GoSeaforth.com to pick up your favorite Seaforth soaps and splashes. We'll have 5 of our modern classic scents available: Heather, Spiced, Sea Spice Lime, Roman Spice, and of course, Black Watch. How about that? So June 10th will also feature the official launch of our new revised Highland soap base, Highland Mark II. You'll find wonderful slickness and density for a fantastic smooth finish. High quality ingredients, artisan formulated by yours truly, made by hand, not machine, made by Vida's hands specifically. Well, not her hands directly. That would be painful and stupid. The aftershave splash is the same formula you've come to know and love. The perfect way to add a little more of that amazing fragrance along with some post-shave care. Complete your setup with the EDT and you'll be crisp and polished and ready for whatever adventure you may face. Go forth, Seaforth. So glad to have you with us. Can't wait to hear what you think about the new base. Many thanks, and that's from Ben Esposito, brand steward of this new launch of Seaforth. Folks, check it out. Get over to GoSeaforth.com. It's available right now. Heather, Spiced, Sea Spice Lime, Roman Spice, and Black Watch. As we wrap up today's Second Cup, I want to leave you with a Father's Day movie pick that might not be the first title that comes to mind, but it absolutely deserves a spot on the list. Finding Nemo. Yes, it's animated. Yes, it's Pixar. But at its heart, it's one of the most genuine father-child stories ever put on film. It's really the story of a dad learning to let go just enough to let his son grow while still doing everything in his power to protect him. Marlin's journey across the ocean isn't just an adventure. It's every parent's fear, hope, and love rolled into one. Kids enjoy the color and comedy, adults feel the deeper message, and everyone walks away smiling. So if you're looking for something the whole family can enjoy together this Father's Day, something heartfelt, uplifting, and genuinely meaningful, Finding Nemo is a wonderful choice. It's a reminder that even when the waters get rough, love keeps us swimming forward. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show. And I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that Second Cup.